You join me here in the studio, and I'm absolutely delighted to be joined with, a quite remarkable guest. He's come all the way up from Hove, near Brighton, which is where he resides, and he is a famous writer and fiction novel.
Hello.
Derek, thank you for coming in. How's the journey up here?
Yes, very, very good. I got the train.
Do you like trains?
First class. I love trains. I love trains.
Of course.
I find a train has the capability to take you somewhere whilst remaining completely stationary. And I can sit quite still. And I can think, and the whole time I'm travelling at a ferocious speed.
Well, A Ferocious Speed,
which is good,
was, of course, your fourth novel. Now, tell us a little bit more about what interested you in the action side of fiction novels, because your books have been compared to Bourne Supremacy or the Bourne series meets say.
Yes, all the rest of it I've
yes.
heard. Yes. As a young man, or as a child, or as a teenage boy, even.
Which one is it?
Really, I'm referring to all three.
Okay.
My younger years, I was very much afraid of violence, to such an extent that it became a fetish of mine. And I really took a great deal of pleasure in seeing it unfold in the schoolyard. If I saw someone beating someone, I got a certain kind of energy that I was both disgusted by and excited by.
Would you say that you, at any point, there are reports in a number of things that I've read that you were aroused?
Well, yes, I mean, we've all been at that age where you've had to, to use the coarse language of some of my former classmates, to belt a boner from time to time. I mean, I think we all grow through it. We learn how to deal with those things, how to expel those feelings.
Well, absolutely. And, of course, your eighth novel was Expelling the Boner. And
yes.
Expelling the Boner was a great hit.
Yes. Well, originally the book was going to be called Cast Out, but when I realised what I was actually driving at was to belt a boner, to expel a boner, to kind of deal with the shame and the pleasure of that feeling.
Derek, could I perhaps, if you don't mind, briefly mention...
Yes.
I know it's not going to be an easy subject to talk about, but of course, one of your addictions that is most famously promoted is the addiction to violence. And subsequently, obviously, you've showcased a lot of violence in your books, but there are rumours that at parades, in riots, if you like to call them, you've been quite a active member of those, and even seen on television at one point, dressed in nothing but a book.
Yes.
Now, tell us a little bit about this.
Well, I really fear that I have to dispel this myth about my obsession. It's really, I think, innate in every man. I remember at one point when I really something clicked in me in the storeroom of a JJB Sports, and I looked to my left, and there was a young chap of 16, 17, with the biggest grin on his face, and I just smacked him clean across the chops. There and then, he was shocked, really shocked.
I can imagine that could be very shocking.
And I just grabbed him by the throat and I said, "Feel it. Feel it with me." And he ran away. But I suppose what the real difference between that and beating my wife is that.
So, are you on air saying that you hit your wife?
Oh yes, and I have done before.
And is that a regular occurrence?
Not as regular as it once was. Not as irregular as it has been.
There will be people in the press, condemning those actions of yours. And I would suggest that I think for the majority of the people out there, all they really care about is that you've written a bloody good, enjoyable book. And
Thank you very much. Rushdie calls me the Tiger Man because I leave a tiger print on your face if I don't like what you said. No, but I've never hit Rushdie. Dan.
Well, Rushdie he's a racist, predominantly.
He is, and he again. What I hope, and I really, really, really hope people start to. What I really hope is people start to realise is, in the same way that Rushdie is a racist, I am an abuser, a violent man. In the same way, in that I am a literate one.
If you were illiterate, you'd be condemned and put in jail.
I'm like some kind of officer of the law who can do things that are illegal to normal people because it's for the greater good. I write my books, I beat my wife for the greater good.
Derek Chippenot, the famous action author, thank you very much.
Thank you.